In the year 1872, number 7 Seville Road, Burlington Gardens, England, is occupied by Phileas Fogg, Esquire. The regular habits of Phileas Fogg are such as to demand very little from his sole servant, James Forster.
Ex-sole servant.
I beg your pardon?
I was sacked today.
What happened?
I made the mistake of bringing him his shaving water at a temperature of 84 degrees Fahrenheit instead of 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
You're joking.
No,
Well, he's very precise.
that's not the word I'd use.
Hello?
Excuse me, there's my replacement. The new servant, sir.
Show him in. Bonjour, monsieur. You are a Frenchman, and your name is Jean.
Jean, if monsieur pleases. Jean Passepartout.
Quite a resume. Circus rider, trapeze artist,
A tightrope walker.
gymnastics teacher, Paris Fire Brigade.
Sergeant.
Why did you leave France?
I wish for the quieter life, monsieur. Although I have yet to find a master's lifestyle which suits mine.
You come well recommended. You are aware of my terms?
Oui, monsieur.
Good. Have you a watch?
Oui, monsieur. A family watch, which has come down from my great-grandfather. It does not vary 5 minutes in the year. It is a perfect timepiece.
Good. Now, as of this moment, 29 minutes after 11,
Oui.
you are in my service.
I do believe I have seen people at Madame Tussauds with more life than Monsieur Fogg.
Now, Mr. Passepartout, all your duties and everything that is required of you is written on these cards. Mr. Fogg rises at exactly 8 in the morning, attends the Reform Club at noon, and retires precisely at midnight.
Tea and toast at 23 minutes past 8. Shaving water at 37 minutes past 9.
86 degrees Fahrenheit.
Toilette at 20 minutes before 10.
Mr. Fogg's wardrobe, trousers, coats, vest, and shoes are all numbered, indicating the day, time of year, and season they are to be laid out for wearing.
He's a real machine.
That's not the word I'd use, but yes, he is exactitude personified. Monsieur Passepartout, Godspeed.
This is just what I wanted. We shall get on magnificently, Monsieur Fogg and I.
Fogg is certainly one of the most remarkable and most remarked upon members of the Reform Club.
Clearly he's British, although I doubt he's a Londoner.
True, I've never seen him at the stock exchange, nor any of the counting rooms in the city.
He's not on any board of directors as far as I know. Oh, he's certainly not a manufacturer.
Not a man!
But he has quite a fortune.
Without a doubt.
But how?
I couldn't say.
He's well-travelled.
Quite.
I've never met a gentleman more familiar with the world in my
Yes, he
life.
must have travelled everywhere.
Yet I've never seen him anywhere else but London. True, he's at the club every day to take his lunch and dinner.
At the same time.
In the same room. At the same table. Hello.
He has no wife.
No children. Which can happen to even the most respectable of gentlemen. But yet he has no friends.
No relatives.
Which I admit is quite rare. Well, perhaps the sea could be
Yes. What's the latest on the bank theft?
Oh, the bank will lose the money.
On the contrary, I believe we will soon lay our hands upon the fellow.
Skillful
Detectives have been sent to all principal ports on the continent, and he'll be a clever fellow if he slips through their fingers.
But do we have a thief's description?
In the first place, he's not a thief at all.
What? Not a thief? A man who makes up with 55,000 pounds?
Perhaps he's a barrister then.
Jolly good.
Oh, according to the Daily Telegraph, he's a gentleman.
What?
According to the Daily Telegraph, there are real grounds for supposing the thief does not belong to a criminal gang.
The article Mr. Fogg is referring to is on page 1 of the Daily Telegraph, 2nd of October, 1872. It states in part, and I quote, "On the day of the robbery, a distinguished, well-dressed gentleman with polished manners was seen going to and fro the cash room where the theft took place. A description of the thief was easily procured and given to every detective in the United Kingdom and Europe." End quote.
You see, there is not a chance the thief will escape.
I maintain the chances are in favor of the thief, who is clearly a shrewd fellow.
Just go fish, anyone.
Oh, certainly. Oh, yes.
But where will this gentleman hide? No country is safe for him.
Really?
Where will he go then?
I couldn't say. It's an awfully big world.
It was once cut, sir.
Once? Are you suggesting the world has grown smaller?
Certainly, I agree with Mr. Fogg. The world has grown smaller since a man can now go round it 10 times more quickly than he could 100 years ago.
Well,
And that is why the search for the thief is more than likely to succeed.
and why the thief could get away more easily.
Be so good as to play, Mr. Stewart. And Mr. Sullivan. Mr. Stewart, what do you do?
What do you mean?
That was your hand. Thank you very well.
80 days, did you say?
Oh, yes.
Well, I admit that is true. I think I heard it on the Daily Telegraph.
The article Mr. Fogg and Mr. Sullivan are referring to is on page 3 of the Daily Telegraph, 2nd of October, 1872. The Great Indian Peninsula Railway at last complete. It discusses how the section between Rathal and Allahabad has finally been completed, thus connecting Bombay and Calcutta by rail, making it possible for one to travel around the world. The estimate made by the Daily Telegraph is thus: London to Suez by rail and steamer 7 days, Suez to Bombay by steamer 13 days, Bombay to Calcutta by rail 3 days, Calcutta to Hong Kong by steamer 13 days, Hong Kong to Yokohama by steamer 6 days, Yokohama to San Francisco by steamer 22 days, San Francisco to New York by rail 7 days, and New York to London by steamer and rail 9 days. A total of 80 days.
Young man. Thank you. 80 days. I suppose 80 days. Oh, you're proof wrong there, yes. Yes. 80 days in theory, yes. But that doesn't take into account bad weather, headwinds, shipwrecks, railway accidents, and so on.
All included.
Oh. Well, suppose the Hindus or Indians put up the rails. Suppose they stop the luggage van, scout the passengers, and pillage the customers.
All included. Have you any queens?
I'd like to see you go around the world in 80 days.
I should like nothing better.
When?
Now.
I wager £4,000!
Calm yourself, my dear Stuart, it was only a joke.
When I say wager, I mean it.
Very well, I have a deposit of £20,000 at Bearings, which I will willingly risk upon it.
£20,000?
You will surely lose that in one unforeseen mishap, sir.
The unforeseen does not exist.
But, Mr. Fogg, the spirit of 80 days is only a mere estimate of the minimum time it would take.
A well-estimated minimum will suffice.
But in order to accomplish it, you must jump mathematically from trains to steamers and from steamers to trains.
I will jump. Mathematically.
You're joking.
A true Englishman never jokes when he's talking about something so serious as a wager. I shall bet £20,000 against anyone who wishes me to make a tour of the world in 80 days or less. That is 1,920 hours or 115,200 minutes. Do you accept?
We accept, yes.
The train leaves for Dover at 8:55. I shall take it.
This very evening?
This very evening. As today is the 2nd of October, I shall be due back in this very room of the Reform Club no later than 8:55 p.m. on the evening of Saturday the 21st of December. If I shall fail, the £20,000 now deposited in my name at Bearings will belong to you, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Here is a check for that amount.
7 o'clock, shall we suspend the clock?
So that you may make preparations.
I am quite ready to play now, gentlemen. Have you any aces?
Go fish.
And tea with 1 spoonful of honey at 5 minutes past 12. I believe I have it all memorized.
Passport too.
He could not possibly be calling for me, according to the card. He is not due home until midnight.
Passport too.
But that is my name. Oui, monsieur?
I called you twice.
But it is not midnight.
I know it and do not blame you, but we leave for Dover and Calais in 10 minutes.
Monsieur is going to leave home?
Yes, we are going around the world.
Around the world?
In 80 days, so we haven't a moment to lose.
But we must pack the trunks.
No trunks, only carpet bags. 2 shirts, 3 pair of stockings for me, the same for you. We'll buy our clothes along the way. Make haste.
Monsieur, if I may, why are we going around the world in 80 days?
I'll explain later.
I think my master is a fool, and I was looking for the quiet life.
Did you say something?
I said, I think I need a tool. I am looking for my pocket knife.
A knife won't be necessary.
Oh, you never know. One might come and... Oh, voila.
Very well. Are you ready?
Oui, monsieur.
Good. Here's a copy of Bradshaw's Continental Steam, Rail and Transit General Guide, and a roll of Bank of England notes. Have you forgotten anything?
No, monsieur.
Good. Then we're off to Charing Cross. Double lock the front door.
Oui, monsieur.
At 8:50, Phileas Fogg and Passepartout to board the Dover train at Charing Cross. 5 minutes later, at 8:55, the whistle sounds, the train pulls out of the station, and Phileas Fogg begins his journey around the world.
Sacre bleu!
What's the matter?
In my hurry, I forgot
Yes?
to turn off the gas burner in my room.
Well then, young man, it will burn at your expense.
Mon Dieu.
However, 1 week after Mr. Fogg's departure, the Daily Telegraph runs this headline: "Gentleman bank robber may be Phileas Fogg!"
Excuse me, I'm a bit lost. Could you direct me to the British consulate?
Mr. Fix.
Detective Fix, yes.
Welcome to Suez. I am the British consul. I received wire last night that you'd be arriving this morning.
Oh, yes, very good.
The wire said it was urgent, but gave no other details.
I've been dispatched from England in search of the bank robber.
All the way to Suez?
Yes, it is my task to narrowly watch every passenger who arrives at Suez and follow any who seem to be suspicious.
I'm surprised Scotland Yard would send someone so far away.
One mustn't be too careful these days, Consul, and I'm proud to say I was the first and only choice for this mission.
I see.
Has the steamer for Brandisi arrived yet?
No, not yet.
Excellent.
Scotland Yard surely seems to be pulling all the stops on this one.
With good reason.
Oh, I suppose it was a heavy robbery.
A magnificent robbery, Consul. £55,000. We don't often have such windfalls. Burglars are getting to be so stingy nowadays.
So it seems. Do you have a description of this thief?
Always at the ready, Consul.
But this could be almost anyone.
To your untrained eye, perhaps, Consul, but not mine.
But I don't
A
see
man
how-
rather feels the presence of these fellows, Consul, than recognizes them. I have what you might call a sixth sense for this type of work.
You don't say.
I do.
Oh, a sixth sense.
An acute awareness, a combination of all the senses, hearing, seeing, smelling, and the other ones. I've arrested more than one of these gentlemen in my time, Consul. He won't so easily slip through my fingers.
Right, well, I wish you much success, Mr. Fix.
Detective Fix.
Oh, right, detective. Now, if you excuse me, I have some work to attend to at my office.
Very well, Consul. She's here.
Ah, right on schedule. Excuse me, Mark. Could you point me in the direction of the English consulate? I wish to have a passport stamp.
The description in the passport is identical to that of the thief. Is this your passport?
No, it is my master's.
Then where is your passport?
He stayed on board.
But he must go to the consulate in person so as to establish his identity.
Oh, is that necessary?
Quite indispensable.
And where is the consulate?
There on the corner of the square.
I will go get my master, but he will not be very pleased at being disturbed.
And he won't be very pleased at being arrested. Consul, I have strong reasons for believing that my man is a passenger on board the Mongolia.
Oh, your sixth sense.
As sharp as ever. I just spoke with the thief's servant. The thief wishes to have his passport stamped.
But why would he leave a trail that could be so easily followed?
Precisely what this scoundrel would want you to think.
But it
A
doesn't make
thief's mind is terribly complex and puzzling, Consul. I hope you will not stamp it.
his mind.
His passport!
Why not? If the passport is genuine, I have no right to
But
refuse.
still, I must keep this man here in Hong Kong.
Well, that is your problem, Mr. Fix.
Detective!
This way.
Good morning, Consul. Would you do me the favour of stamping my passport?
And you are Mr. Phileas Fogg.
I am he.
And this man is your servant.
Yes, a Frenchman named Passepartout.
And you are from London.
Yes.
And you are going.
To Hong Kong.
Oh, you know that stamping your passport is not required.
Yes, I know it, but I wish to prove by your stamp that I came by Suez.
Very well, sir.
Thank you. Bonjour.
Well?
Well, he appears to be a perfectly honest gentleman.
Well, that is not the question. Do you think, Consul, that this phlegmatic gentleman resembles feature by feature the thief whose description I have right here?
I admit he does, but as you know, all
I'll make
the
certain of it. The thief's servant seems less mysterious than the master, and besides he's French and can't help but talk. Excuse me for a little while, Consul. Well, my friend, is your passport stamped?
Ah, it is you. Oui, monsieur, our passports are in order. Now I must purchase some shirts.
Oh, I will show you an excellent shop for getting what you want.
Oh, you are very kind, monsieur, but are the shops open yet?
Oh, why, yes. Well, it's 12 o'clock.
12? Why, it is only 10 o'clock.
Your watch is slow.
My watch? A family watch, monsieur, which has come down from my great-grandfather. It does not vary 5 minutes in the year. It is a perfect timepiece.
Oh, I see what has happened. You have kept London time, which is 2 hours behind that of Suez. You need to adjust your watch.
I will not adjust my great-grandfather's watch.
But if you don't adjust your watch, then...
It is a perfect timepiece.
Very well. So are you enjoying the sights?
No, we travel so fast I feel like I'm traveling in a dream.
Oh, you're in a great hurry then.
I am not, but my master is.
And where is your master going?
Around the world.
Around the world?
Yes, and in 80 days. He says it was on a wager, but between us, I don't believe a word of it.
No.
No, that would not be common sense. There is something else in the wind.
Ah, Mr. Fogg is a character, is he?
I should say he is. Last night at 8 o'clock, he came home from his reform club, and 45 minutes later, we were off.
Is he rich?
He is carrying an enormous sum in brand new banknotes with him.
Hasty departure from London, carrying a large sum of banknotes, pretext of an eccentric bet, in a great hurry to reach foreign lands. Without a doubt, he's my man.
The deuce! There is one thing that worries me.
Yes.
My burner.
What burner?
My gas burner, which I forgot to turn off before we left home, and at this moment is burning at my expense. I have calculated, monsieur, that I will lose 2 shillings every...
Here is the shop. If you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend
Not at all. Merci, monsieur.
Consul, I no longer have any doubt. I've got my man. He passes himself off as an eccentric who's going around the world in 80 days.
Very clever, but could you be mistaken?
I am never mistaken. Listen to me. Send a dispatch to London for a warrant of arrest to be sent instantly to Bombay. I shall take passage on board the Mongolia and follow my road to India, where on English soil I shall arrest him politely, with my warrant in one hand and my other hand on his shoulder.
Soon the Mongolia pushes forward rapidly upon the waters of the Red Sea, and instead of reaching Aden on the morning of the 15th, as it is scheduled to do so, she arrives the evening of the 14th, a gain of 15 hours.
There, she refuels, and at 6 p.m. the Mongolia sets sail for the 1,615-mile journey to Bombay, where, on English soil, I will call
Excusez-moi.
Hello?
Aren't you the gentleman who kindly helped me at Suez?
Yes, hello, yes, I quite recognize you as well. You're the servant of the strange Englishman.
Oui, monsieur...
Fix.
Monsieur Detect, Fix. I am charmed to see you on board. Where are you headed?
Bombay, just like yourself.
Oh, have you made this trip before?
Yes, several times. I work for the Peninsula Company, the owner of this steamer.
Oh, then you know India.
Why, yes.
Is it a curious place?
Oh, very curious. Elephants, things of that nature. I hope you'll have time to see the sights.
I hope so as well.
And Mr. Fogg is getting on well?
Quite well.
But I never see your master on deck.
No, he hasn't the least curiosity. I, however, am very curious about India.
Well, perhaps there's a book about India on board the ship.
That is a magnificent idea, but until then, please, tell me more.
Would you care for a drink?
Really, monsieur, you are the best of good fellows.
Yes. Snakes! Lots of snakes in India.
The sea is favourable, the wind is from the northwest, and all sails are raised. The Mongolia is due to arrive in Bombay on the 22nd. She arrives on the 20th, a gain of 2 days since leaving London.
India, the great upside-down triangle pointing south, has an area of 1,400,000 square miles. In the past, travel through India was slow by the old traditional methods: foot, horse, cart, wheelbarrow. But now, fast steamers ply on the Indus and Ganges, and a great railroad,
The Great Indian Peninsula Railway!
can traverse the peninsula from Bombay to Calcutta in 3 days.
Passport 2. While I'm at the continent, I'd like you to purchase some shirts, stockings, and a deck of playing cards. The train for Calcutta leaves at 8. Do not be late.
Oui, monsieur. Ah, Monsieur de Tecumafix. I was hoping I would see you again.
Yes, well, enjoy your stay here in Bombay.
I will, all 3 hours of it. I'm going to do some shopping and then I'm going to see what I can of the sights. Would you care to join me?
No, I have some urgent business to attend to.
Very well.
At the Bombay Police Headquarters. I am Detective Fix from London.
Yes.
I'm on the trail of a notorious thief.
Yes.
Has a warrant of arrest arrived for me?
No.
Is it possible to obtain a warrant of arrest from you?
I am sorry, Mr. Fix.
Detective.
Detective Fix. But this matter concerns the London office. Just the only officer can legally deliver the warrant.
Yes, I suppose I must resign myself to await the arrival of the warrant, but I will not lose sight of the mysterious rogue as long as he's in Bombay.
The pagoda at Malabar Hill was erected in 998 AD, right next to the Tower of Ceylons, a sacred Parsi burial ground. The Parsis, who hold water, earth, and air sacred, do not bury or cremate their dead, but leave them out for the vultures. How horrible! The burial ground is not open to the public, as well as it should not. The pagoda, however, is open to the public. Its ceiling mosaic is the largest in all of India. Beautiful. Be forewarned. It is strictly against Indian law to wear shoes in the pagoda. I am sorry, monsieur. I did not know it was against the law to wear shoes in the pagoda, and 3 priests, at least I think they were priests, although I do not believe priests should behave like that, attacked me and stole my shoes, and somehow I lost my chapeau, a fetching chapeau that my grandmother gave me. And I also lost the socks and shirts and playing cards I purchased. No, not the playing cards, because I could not find any, although I did look in several stores. But I guess that does not matter now, because it is time to get on the train, and I don't have any shoes or clean pants, and I am sorry, monsieur, it is all my fault.
I hope this will not happen again.
What luck! Thank you, Passport 2, I've got my man!
Good day, Sir Francis Cromarty. On my way to join my troops in Bernard's.
Phileas Fogg, on my way around the world.
Oh, that's quite an undertaking.
To some, perhaps.
What business is taking you around the world, Mr. Fogg?
A wager.
A wager?
Yes, several members of the Reform Club don't believe it possible to travel around the world in 80 days or less. I am proving them wrong.
You're traveling around the world on a bet.
Yes.
Mr. Fogg, that is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Lacks all common sense. And are you traveling around the world on a shooter's wager?
Passport 2 is my servant. He had a rather unfortunate adventure in Bombay.
3 priests attacked me and stole my shoes.
Where were you?
At the pagoda at Malabar Hill.
Indian law strictly forbids anyone to wear shoes in a pagoda.
I hadn't read that part yet.
And consider yourself lucky, Mr. Fogg. The government is very severe upon these types of offences. It takes particular care that the religious customs of the Indians be respected. And if your servant were caught...
Very well, Sir Francis. Had he been caught, he would have been convicted, served his sentence, and then quietly returned to Europe. I don't see how any of this matter could have delayed me.
Very well. At 12:30, we reach Bernport. Towards evening, we enter the Sutapol Mountains, and at 8 o'clock...
4 o'clock.
No, it's 8 o'clock.
My watch says 4 o'clock.
Well, I'm afraid your watch is slow.
My watch? A family watch, monsieur, which has come down from my great-grandfather. It does not vary 5 minutes in the year.
Have you adjusted your watch since leaving London?
It is a perfect timepiece.
No, I do not doubt that. But since we are constantly moving eastward, the days are shorter by 4 degrees each gone over. Therefore, you will need to adjust...
I will not adjust my great-grandfather's watch.
Very well. The next day, at 8 o'clock...
4 o'clock.
The train rushes through a glade of some 15 miles beyond Rock.
I heard that.
We're speeding along now. Yes.
It says here that India is dangerous. Is that true?
No, not all of India is dangerous.
Oh, that's a relief.
But the area we are traveling over now is extremely dangerous.
It is?
Oh yes, thanks to Farrington, King of the Stranglers.
King of the Stranglers?
Yes, him and his men, in honor of the goddess of death, strangle victims of all ages. This area can be scarcely traveled over with seeing corpses in any which direction.
How horrible!
Yes.
I hope we get out of here soon.
Oh, do not worry. This train is guided by an English engineer and fed with English coal. We'll be in Calcutta before you know it.
Passengers, get up here!
What's the meaning of this?
The train isn't going on.
What do you mean?
I mean to say the railroad isn't finished.
Not finished?
No, there's still another 15 miles to be laid to Allahabad, where the passengers will have to find their own transportation when the line begins again.
But the papers announced the opening of the completed railway.
The papers were mistaken. Ding, ding. Sorry!
Mr. Fogg, this delay is greatly to your disadvantage.
No, it was foreseen.
What? You knew the whole way.
I had no idea, but I knew that sooner or later some obstacle would arise in my route. Nothing, therefore, is lost. We shall look around for some other means of conveyance to Allahabad, where the line begins again. I have 2 days to spare. A steamer leaves Calcutta for Hong Kong on the 25th. Today is the 22nd. We shall reach Calcutta in time.
What?
They searched the village from end to end.
Monsieur, I think I found an elephant.
Yes?
Oui, it belongs to an Indian who lives but 100 steps from here.
Let's go see this elephant.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 98, 99, 100.
We'd like to look at your elephant.
Very good, right this way. I'm training him for work. Good money, slowly.
I'd like to hire him.
Are you starting a war?
No.
Hyun's not for hire.
I will give you £10 an hour.
No,
20 pounds.
no.
40 pounds.
Hyun is not for hire.
Then I shall buy him £1,000.
No.
Oh, Mr. Fogg, I beg you, please do not be rash.
I'm not in the habit of being rash, Sir Francis. There's a bet of £20,000 at stake, and since the train does not yet connect to Allahabad, the elephant is absolutely necessary. £1,200. £1,500. £1,800. Passepartout.
Oh, my God.
Hand me the whole. £2,000.
It's a deal.
Now, to find a guide.
Guide for hire!
It's comparatively easier.
It is now 9 o'clock. We must be in Allahabad in 2 days.
Very good,
I shall pay you £10 an hour.
very good.
Sir Francis, may I offer you a ride to Allahabad?
Thank you, Mr. Fogg. I suppose an extra traveler won't tire Keone.
I hope not. Keep your tongue away from your teeth. You might bite it off.
Oui, monsieur. A tea?
Yes, thank you.
Why, he's made of iron.
A forge iron. Tea, monsieur?
Oh, no, thank you. But you haven't plucked cream.
Only preserves.
Oh, pity.
Having got nearly 25 miles in hug for the night in the pagoda of Kanai.
Strange that we have to track on fire.
No, we did have a fight on Calcutta.
I did not think you kept a fire in your carpet bag. Strange. Ah, very nice.
What is that sound?
That is only monkeys.
Oh.
Very peaceful.
And that sound?
Sounds like a panther.
A panther?
Oh, don't worry. The more formidable beast won't likely attack us. Well, good night.
What is that? What is that?
I don't know. Shh.
We have visitors.
I will go see.
The king of the stranglers? This is not the quiet life I was looking for.
A procession of Brahmins is coming towards the pagoda. They are bringing us Suti. We must prevent their seeing us. Nobody move! But be ready to mount Keone at the moment's notice.
What is a sooty?
A sooty is a human sacrifice, but a voluntary one.
The sacrifice is not a voluntary one.
How do you know?
Everyone in Bruniglad knows of this affair. Her name is Ayuda. When her husband, the old Raj, died, she was condemned to be burned alive on the pyre with him.
How horrible! I cannot watch
Suppose
this.
we save this woman.
Save the woman, Mr. Fogg.
I have yet 2 days to spare. I can devote them to this.
Why, you are a man of heart.
When I have the time, yes. Are we all agreed then to save this woman?
Well, count me in.
I am Parsi and this woman is Parsi. Man me as you will.
Excellent.
However, if we are caught, we will not only be tortured, but most certainly killed.
That is foreseen. Can you see the pagoda from here?
Yes!
Good. Where is the pyre located?
Near the front of the pagoda.
Have they placed her on the pyre?
Not yet, but the dead Raj is there. They have taken her inside. They are making their final offering to Kali, the goddess of death.
Is there an entrance around the back?
Yes, but they have placed guards there.
How many?
40 or 50.
And the front?
The same.
We'll never be able to overpower them.
No, but may be able to divert their attention.
What do you suppose?
Suppose we send Keone and our guide here. Hopefully that will draw the guards from the rear of the pagoda to the front. Then you, Passepartout, and myself can sneak in the back, grab Aouda, and escape, and meet up with Keone here before they notice she's gone.
Absolutely brilliant. Where is your servant?
Wait, what's going on?
They are bringing her out of the pagoda.
Already?
They are taking her to the pyre.
You must do something.
They're placing her on the
Hey, don't be a
pyre.
fool, man.
What's going on?
The old Raj is not dead.
That's impossible.
The dead Raj is not dead. He has risen from the pyre with his wife in his arms.
What? That's not...
He is coming this way. It is an evil spirit. We must hide.
That's not possible.
He's
Oh,
coming.
okay.
Will, let us get out of here!
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Oh, well done.
At 10 o'clock, we reach Allahabad.
Passepartout, purchase a ticket for Aouda. I'll meet you on board.
Oui, monsieur.
Young man, you have been serviceable and devoted. Here is the amount agreed upon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That is for your service, but not for your devotion. For that, I would give you Keone.
Is Your Honor serious?
I am. He is yours.
Your Honor is giving me a fortune.
Take him, and I will still be your debtor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Calcutta, end of the line, Calcutta.
What will you do from now, Mr. Fogg?
I don't know. Perhaps she has family in Calcutta.
She has no place in India. These Brahmin fanatics are scattered throughout the country, and despite the English police, only abduct her again. She must leave India forever.
I shall reflect upon the matter. You're safe. You're safe. Just don't worry. You're safe. Here, drink this. Brandy, yes there is.
Oh, thank you. I cannot thank you enough.
There is no need. All that matters is you're safe now.
Oh, dear
They will not find you again.
Oh, they.
I intend to escort you to safety. Have you any friends or relatives outside of India?
I have a cousin, Giri Paktuk, in Hong Kong. Perhaps I could stay with him.
Very well. Then I shall escort you to Hong Kong.
But I haven't any money.
It will be my pleasure.
Bananas! Bananas!
Well, gentlemen, this is my stop. Thank you, Mr. Fogg. You are a true gentleman. I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you, Sir Francis.
Sir Francis, I cannot thank you enough for what you did for me.
It was nothing at all. In this kind soul.
Oh, it was nothing.
Goodbye, friends. I hope to see you in the near future.
The train leaves Benares and runs at full speed through the valley of the Ganges in the midst of the roaring of tigers, bears, and wolves.
Oh my.
And then, on the 25th of October at 7 in the morning, although he lost 2 days rescuing Aouda, Mr. Fogg remains precisely on schedule.
The steamer for Hong Kong leaves in 5 hours. Perhaps in the meantime, we should purchase you some new shoes.
I will be happy to be out of this country.
Mr. Phileas Fogg,
I am he.
is this man your servant?
Yes.
You are under arrest.
We are prisoners?
Sir, you must leave me to my fate. It is on my account that you've been arrested. It is for stealing me.
That is impossible. It is highly unlikely we should be arrested for preventing a sortie. The plaintiffs would not dare come forward. In any case, I shall not abandon you. I intend to escort you safely to Hong Kong.
But the steamer leaves at noon.
We shall be on board by noon.
Mon Dieu.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Obadiah!
First the case, sir!
Mr. Phileas Fogg!
Waiter, this is not my wig.
Oh, Your Honor, this is mine.
My dear oyster puff. How's the judge supposed to give a wife sitting in a clerk's wig? First the case!
Mr. Phileas Fogg!
I am here.
Passport two!
Peasant, what are we accused of?
You are about to be informed. Entered on this 25th October, 1872, complaints of sacrilege against Phileas Fogg and his servant, Passepartout, who are accused of violating a place held consecrated by the Brahmin religion. Let the complainants come in. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir, and I admit it.
You admit it.
Yes, and I wish to hear this priest admit what he was going to do at the pagoda of Palahi.
They were going to burn this woman to death.
Burn whom? In Bombay itself?
Bombay?
Certainly we are not talking to the pagoda of Lahi, but the pagoda of Malabar Hill in Bombay.
And as proof, here are the desecrator's very shoes which he left behind.
My shoes!
Now it's easy to understand why Phileas Fogg and Passepartout are confused. They've completely forgotten about the escapade at the pagoda in Bombay.
But not Detective Fix. My keen intelligence had foreseen the advantage which Passepartout's escapade had given. Knowing that the English authorities deal very severely with this kind of misdemeanor, I promised the priests a goodly sum in damages and sent them on the next train to Calcutta. However, somehow we reached Calcutta before Phileas Fogg and his servant.
Oh, that is because Monsieur Fogg and I were delayed with the rescue of Aouda.
What did you say?
Nothing.
I watched the train station feverishly, and at long last, Phileas Fogg and Passport 2 arrived. I hastened for the policeman, and this is how the party came to be arrested and is now standing before Judge Obadiah.
These are your shoes.
Oui.
The facts are admitted then.
Admitted.
Inasmuch as the English law protects equally and sternly the religions of the Indian people, and as the man Passport 2 has admitted that he violated the sacred pagoda of Malabar Hill on the 20th of October, I condemn the said Passport 2 to imprisonment for 15 days and a fine of £350.
350 pounds?
Silencio! Inasmuch as it is not proven that the act was not done by the connivance of the master with the servant, and that the master in any case is held responsible for the acts done by his paid servant, I condemn Phileas Fogg to a week's imprisonment and a fine of £150.
Phileas Fogg detained in Calcutta a week, it will be more than enough time for the arrest warrant to arrive.
I offer bail.
What?
You have that right. Bail for each prisoner is £1,000.
I can pay it at once.
What?
The sum will be restored to you upon your release from prison. Meanwhile, you are free on bail.
At least give me my shoes back. These are now some pretty expensive shoes. More than £1,000 apiece, and they're not even comfortable.
Come, it's 11 o'clock. The Rangoon leaves in an hour.
The scoundrel is off. £2,000 thrown away. He's spending money like a thief. I'll follow him to the ends of the earth if necessary. But at the rate he's going, the stolen money will soon be gone.
The Rangoon set sail for the 3,500-mile trip to Hong Kong, a 2-week journey.
Mr. Fogg.
Good evening. Is your room comfortable?
It's fine. Thank you. I stepped out for some fresh air.
Have you need of anything?
Oh, you've given me more than enough, Mr. Fogg. You have given me my life.
My condolences on your husband's passing.
Oh, he was only my husband when I was forced to marry him. When my parents died.
I see. Well, should you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask. Good night.
You may all be wondering what I've been doing this whole time. I'll tell you. After sending orders to forward the arrest warrant to Hong Kong, I managed to embark on the Rangoon at Calcutta. I'm hoping to conceal my identity till the end of the voyage, though it may be difficult to explain why I'm on board without making Passport 2 suspicious.
Monsieur the Tagamafix?
What? Yes. Hello.
Hello. What a strange coincidence that Monsieur the Tagamafix is still on the same route as my master. But I thought you were stopping in Bombay.
Yes. No, I'm stopping in Hong Kong.
Oh. Something is not right. What is Monsieur the Tagamafix up to? But how is it I have not seen you on board since we left?
Oh, just a trifle of the Malay mad. I've been saying in my berth, the Gulf of Bengal does not agree with me as well as the Indian Ocean.
But of course! He is a spy sent by the members of the Reform Club, sent out here to make sure my master really travels around the world as agreed upon. That is not right. Spying on so honorable a man as Monsieur Fogg? Gentlemen of the Reform, this will cost you dear.
And how is Mr. Fogg?
Oh, just as well and punctual as ever. Not a day behind time.
You believe in this journey around the world, then?
Absolutely, don't you?
I don't believe a word of it.
Oh, you are a sly dog.
That's a rather disturbing expression. Has a Frenchman guessed my real purpose?
Will we be so unfortunate as to lose you in Hong Kong, or will you continue with us to England?
Why, I don't know. Perhaps.
I will wager that you will leave at the same time and on the same steamer.
Obviously, I am suspected. Somehow or other, the Frenchman has found out that I am a detective. Will he tell his master? What part is he playing in all this? Is he an accomplice or not? Is the game up? I am undecided on which course is best to take. Glass of gin, passport too.
Willingly, Monsieur de Tecamathix. We must at least have one friendly glass on board the Rangoon.
Passepartout and Detective
Detective Fix. On Thursday, the 31st of October, the Rangoon rides out of, excuse me, on the 31st of October, the Rangoon weighs anchor at Singapore.
A day ahead of schedule.
But at 11 a.m., she rides out of Singapore Harbor, bound for Hong Kong.
Oui.
However, on the 2nd of November, the Rangoon begins to slow down.
Pardon?
One of her engines is lost, and by the 4th of November, Phileas Fogg is 20 hours behind time.
But at 5 a.m. on the 6th of November, land is spotted.
But Phileas Fogg is now 24 hours behind time, and the Yokohama steamer will, of course, be missed.
But at 1 o'clock p.m., my master disembarks the Rangoon and learns that the steamer for Yokohama, the Carnatic, has not left yet.
What?
Oui, one of her boilers needs to be repaired, so her departure has been delayed until 5 tomorrow morning.
Chance has once again strangely favored Phileas Fogg. If the Carnatic had not been forced to lie over and repair her boilers, she would have left already, and Phileas Fogg would have had to wait a week for another steamer to Japan. I have failed in Pompeii, and I have failed at Calcutta. If I fail here in Hong Kong, my reputation is lost. The arrest must be made here, the last bit of English soil that Fogg will set foot. I must get to the Hong Kong police headquarters immediately. I pray the arrest warrant is there.
We now have 16 hours to locate your cousin.
I'm afraid I do not know his address.
Well, what does he do for a living?
He's a silk trader.
Perhaps someone at the exchange would have heard from... excuse me, do you know a Gigi Paducah?
Oh, just. Very, very wealthy, very generous. Several factories on Harbour.
And can we find him there?
No, he moved town 2 months ago. Moved Holland, raised 2 ribs.
I see. Thank you.
Oh, what shall I do, Mr. Fogg?
It is very simple. You must continue on to Europe.
But I cannot intrude.
You do not intrude. Passepartout, go to the Carnatic and engage 3 cabins.
Oui, monsieur.
The warrant has not come. It's on its way, but it won't reach Hong Kong for several days.
And this being the last English territory on Mr. Fogg's
Yes, we're all well aware of that fact.
it appears the robber will escape.
Yes, we know. Would you get out of here?
Unless you manage to detain him.
Go! Wait, what?
Unless you manage to detain him.
But how? Oh, wait, I know. I'll tell Passepartout everything. Once he finds out what kind of a man his master really is, he'll surely become my ally.
That's a bit risky. If Passepartout is in cahoots with Mr. Fogg, one word from him could ruin everything.
True. I shall employ that plan only if everything else has failed.
Everything else has failed.
Yes, I know. And who's this woman Fogg's traveling with? Obviously, they met somewhere between Bombay and Calcutta. But where? And how? And why? And what? No, not what, just who, where, and why. Just those 3.
Perhaps we should just concentrate on Mr. Fogg. There isn't much time left.
Yes, I know. I don't know what to do.
Looks like you'll have to follow him to America.
Oh, please, leave me alone.
Because if you don't, he'll get away and everyone will think you're a big failure.
Would you get... wait, yes, I know. I have to follow him to America. Just get out of here.
Well, Monsieur de Tecamathix, have you decided to come with us to America?
Yes!
Good. I knew you could not persuade yourself to separate from us. Come, secure your cabin. 4 cabins, s'il vous plaît.
Very well. The repairs on the Carnatic have been completed, and the steamer will be leaving this evening and not tomorrow morning, as had been announced.
That will suit my master all the better. I will go let him know.
My dear Passepartout, can we have a drink first?
But I must tell Monsieur Fogg.
Just a quick one.
Well, I believe I do have time for a quick one.
Brilliant.
This seems like a good tavern.
It is certainly well decorated. What is that smell? Opium.
In the Celestial Empire, opium is smoked everywhere at all times by men and women. Once accustomed to it, victims cannot dispense with it, except by experiencing horrible bodily contortions and agonies. A great smoker can smoke as many as 8 pipes a day, but dies in 5 years.
Yes, well, 2 bottles of port, please. Now, I want to have a serious talk.
Serious talk? Can't we talk about it tomorrow? 2 bottles pour moi, s'il vous plaît.
What I have to say concerns your master.
What is it?
Well, you have guessed who I am.
Oui.
Then I'm going to tell you everything.
I already know everything.
So you know I'm following Mr. Fogg then?
Oui, but go on, go on.
Well, let me also say that if I am successful, I'll receive a reward of £2,000. If you'll help me...
Help you?
Yes, I need you to help me keep Mr. Fogg here for 2 or 3 days.
What are you saying? That those gentlemen at the Reform Club are not satisfied with following my master and suspecting his honor, but now they must try and push obstacles in his way?
What do you mean?
Don't play coy with me. You know very well what I mean. And they call themselves gentlemen. Bah! Shameful. You must know, Monsieur de Tegamavic, that my master is an honest man, and when he makes a wager, he tries to win it fair.
Who do you think I am?
As if you didn't already know, an agent sent by the members of the Reform Club, sent out here to delay my master's journey. But even though I found you out some time ago, I have taken good care to tell nothing to Monsieur Fogg.
Fogg knows nothing.
Nothing.
What should I do? It's evident he's not Fogg's accomplice, as I suspected. Perhaps he'll help me. Ugh. Fogg must be detained in Hong Kong. I must make a clean breast of it. Listen, I am not, as you think, an agent of the members of the Reform.
Bah!
I'm a police detective sent out here from the London office.
You? A detective? Another bottle of port.
I'll prove it. Well, here's my commission.
Monsieur Deteckamafix.
Detective Fix.
I am speechless.
Finally, listen. Mr. Fogg's wager is a ruse of which you and the gentlemen of the Reform are duped. As of the 28th of last September, a robbery was committed of £55,000 at the Bank of England by a thief whose description answers exactly that of Mr. Phileas Fogg.
Nonsense! My master is the most honorable of men!
How can you tell? You scarcely know anything about him. You went on to his service the day he went off on a foolish pretext without trunks, carrying a large sum of banknotes, and yet you were bold enough to say he is an honest man.
Oui! Oui.
Would you like to be arrested as his accomplice?
What do you want of me?
See here. I've tracked Mr. Fogg to this place, but as yet I've failed to receive an arrest warrant from London. I need you to help me keep Mr. Fogg here for, in Hong Kong. For 2 or 3 days. I'll share with you the £2,000 reward offered by the Bank of England.
Never, Monsieur Deteckamafix.
Detective Fix.
Detective, Monsieur, whatever. Even if what you say is true, and my master is the robber you are looking for, I am in his service. I have seen his goodness and generosity, and I will never betray him. I come from a village where we do not eat that kind of bread.
What?
Don't even think about serving me that bread, because I won't eat it. I would rather starve to death before I ate that bread.
What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
Will you help me capture Mr. Fogg?
I refuse. I am hungry. I want to order some bread.
Consider that I've said nothing, and let us drink.
Yes, let us drink.
If he tells Fogg any of this, I'm ruined. I must at all costs make sure Passepartout remains separated from his master. One hookah, please! And let us smoke opium.
Yes, let us smoke opium.
At last, Fogg will not be informed of the con addict's departure. And if he is, he will have to go on without this cursed Frenchman.
We'll check our bags on board the Carnatic, then look for Passepartout.
I hope nothing has happened to him.
I do as well.
Excuse me, weren't you a passenger on board the Mongolia?
Yes, sir, but I'm afraid
Lovely
it's
boat, spacious.
not. Yes, sir.
I was hoping I could find your servant.
Do you know what he is, sir?
He's not with you?
No, we have not seen him since yesterday.
Oh dear.
Oh, do you suppose he went to port the Carnatic without us?
Did you intend to sail on the Carnatic?
Oh, yes, sir.
I too intended to sail on it. But, however, it finished its repairs and left 8 hours early without any notice being given.
Oh, no.
I'm afraid we're in the same boat. Same boat. Sorry. Anyway, you're gonna have to wait another week for a steamer to Japan, which will be just enough time for another warrant to arrive. At last, fortune is shining down on me.
Well, it seems to be there are other vessels besides the Carnatic in the harbor of Hong Kong.
For 3 hours, Phileas Fogg wanders the docks, determined to charter a vessel to carry him to Yokohama.
And?
But finds all of them either loading or unloading.
Meaning?
None are set to sail.
Yes! Fogg is mine.
But then, at 2:30,
Oh no.
Is Your Honour looking for a boat?
Do you have a ship ready to sail?
Yes, Your Honour, the Tankadere, best in the harbour.
Does she go fast?
Between 10 and 15 knots the hour. For a sea excursion.
No, it's for a voyage.
A voyage.
Yes, I have missed the Carnatic and I must get to Yokohama.
Is Your Honour joking?
No, I need to be in Yokohama in 5 days at the latest to take the steamer for San Francisco.
I'm sorry, but it's impossible.
I will pay you £100 per day with an additional reward of £200 if we make it to Yokohama in time.
Are you in the earnest?
Very much so.
Well, Your Honour, the Chinese seas are very unpredictable at this time of year, and Yokohama is 1,660 miles from Hong Kong. But I could always use a little adventure.
When could you set sail?
In an hour, as soon as provisions can be put aboard and the sails put up.
Very well. Here are £200 on account. May I offer you a ride to Yokohama, Mr.
Deteckamavix. Yes, sir, I was about to ask the favor.
Very well. We'll go on board in half an hour.
But passport too?
I shall do all I can. I shall leave a description and money at the French police station and the French consulate. Hopefully, they will know where he is.
the English flag and the sails are hoisted, and at 10 minutes past 3, the Tankadere bounds briskly forward over the waves.
I never.
I do not need to advise you to use all possible speed.
Trust me, sir, the sails are carrying all the wind it'll let us.
It's your craft, not mine, and I have every confidence in you.
Fogg, what do you suppose has happened to Passport 2?
I don't know. Strange. If he is still in Hong Kong, the authorities, I trust, will find him. If he was on board the Carnatic, perhaps we shall meet him in Hong Kong, in Yokohama. It'll be easy to ascertain if he has been on board.
Oh, I hope we find him, for I shall miss him. Oh, Mr. Fogg, I cannot thank you enough for what you did for me. I owe you my life.
Think nothing of it.
I shall repay you, just as soon as...
That is not necessary.
Oh, well, at least let me repay you for the clothes you purchased me.
It is all very well for an Englishman to make a tour of the world with nothing but a carpet bag, but a lady should not be expected to travel under such circumstances.
Oh, it is beautiful tonight. When I look up at the stars, it says the great white wings, all I feel as if you're flying. What do you see, Mr. Fogg?
37, 43, 124, 30.
Pardon?
It is the 37th day of my journey. I have 43 days left to reach London, and presently we are located 123 degrees east longitude and 30 degrees north latitude.
Oh, well, is that all you see?
Yes.
It's all mathematics to you.
Yes.
Why?
Mathematics are constant and reliable.
And saving my life, was that simply mathematics?
It was my duty, and I had several days to spare.
Good night.
Beneath her long silken lashes and the dark pupils of her great clear eyes swims, as in the sacred lakes of the Himalayas, the purest reflections of celestial light. And beneath the silken folds of her tunic, she seems to have been molded in pure gold by the hand of God himself. Yes. Yes.
Your Honor! A typhoon is approaching!
Are you